So now let's learn about how you can use the Litmus MCP the best way. But before we begin, let me show you the application which is connected to our ChaosCenter. So this is the Bank of Enthos sample application of GCP that we have used. If you see over here, here is the service architecture. You'll see user service, context, ledger writer, balance reader, transaction history, and all other different services over here. Now, if I go back to the ChaosCenter, here we have the two experiments. One is Hawk CPU resource on text service, and there is the delete ledger service replicas. So we have these two experiments. Now we'll go back to the cloud to use the MCP server. Can you list all the experiments in my Litmus project? As you can see, it has listed two experiments which I shown you in the chaos experiment, and some description about the tags, last run, infrastructure, and everything. Okay, so these are the basic details about the experiments. Let's say you have an n number of experiments in your ChaosCenter and you want to filter out experiments of certain type. So how do you do that? You can also ask follow-up questions if you need details about certain things. Here you can see we have just only one experiment, that is delete ledger writer service replica, which has the type as state manipulation. Another one is having the type as a resource. Now you can also understand about the probes that we have configured and also what functions each of these probes have. So you can just write, let's say, what probes are present in my project and what are their functions, and you can just hit enter. It has mentioned that we have 5 resilience probes and all 5 of them are here. You can see over here, right? And 3 of them are HTTP probes and 2 of them are the command probes, right? So yeah, you can also see functions of each of these probes, as I already asked for it specifically. And this helps you to learn more about how they have configured and what exactly they would be used for. Now let's say you want to understand the execution history of a particular probe. Let's say I want to understand the execution history of this verify successful payments probe. So I'll just write a prompt to describe this particular probe and I'll just hit enter. Okay, so it showed that it has reference for 4 experiments. It's a command probe and all the other details are shown over here. And you can question it further and understand more about the execution history in case if you want to dig deep into what set of experiments it has performed. Apart from understanding the performed experiments and the created probes, you can also use MCP server to learn more about chaos and also to learn more about your own connected infrastructure with the ChaosCenter. For example, I just want to understand about the chaos hub. So I'll just ask, can you list the experiments available in the chaos hub? Okay, so I asked about the how many chaos hubs I have in my ChaosCenter. You can have multiple chaos hubs. So it showed that I have only one chaos hub which includes 10 experiments and 51 faults. Let's learn more about these 51 faults now. So I'll just ask, can you describe those 51 faults? Now it will give me details about each of these 51 faults that I have, and you can keep on getting more details and understand the use case behind it, and then you can perform the relevant experiments, or you can create on your own if you have a hypothesis that you want to perform. So it showed that I have 7 AWS faults. Each of these are mentioned, then Azure, GCP, Kubernetes, and in Kubernetes you have these pod level faults, network faults, DNS faults, and all of these are here, right? So you can also use this to learn more about the platform itself so that you can perform it on your targeted service or application. We can also go one step further and understand more about our own infrastructure. For example, you can ask that which services of the connected application are covered by experiment. So we can cover rest of them in some other experiments as well. As you can see that the transaction service and ledger writer service are the one which has been used in the experiments, and similarly you can learn more about other services of the connected application and then you can perform the chaos on them as well. You can also ask MCP to give you more information on what sort of experiments that you can perform on the connected infrastructure, improve the resiliency of your own infrastructure. For example, I can just ask the MCP that Can you suggest a list of experiments I can perform on my infrastructure? So as you can see, it has given me the list of experiments that we can perform: node level, database resilience, load or chaos combination, right? So you can deep dive into each of these and understand all of these and perform the relevant experiments that you can do. And you can see these are the recommended experiments on priorities that you can perform. It has also given you week wise plan of the experiments that you can perform. So the whole motive of getting an MCP to perform the chaos engineering is to lower the entry barrier for anyone to perform chaos in their infrastructure. So learning chaos engineering has a steep curve, and we want to lower that by introducing this MCP server. And this will help you to learn more about chaos engineering, learn more about your own infrastructure, and what things that you can target, so that you can measure the resiliency of your system well. So this is how you can use Litmus MCP server. Our community is still trying to improve and add more tools to this MCP in order to give you a better experience. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and see you in the next one.